Hey, what is up, traders? Welcome back to Forex Gym. This is a weekly Forex analysis from 1st to 5th of June. In this video, I'm going to be analyzing Swiss franc against Japanese yen, followed by US dollar against Canada. These are the potential swing trading opportunities, and I'm going to go through and analyze both of the currencies. I'm going to mention if I see any potential opportunities, and as well as the entries, stop losses, as well as the targets. So let's jump into the charts and start analyzing. Okay guys, so we're starting with a monthly time frame of this Swiss franc against the Japanese yen. I do a top-down approach, start from a higher time frames and drill down to the shorter time frame. So this is a monthly time frame, and we can see for we had the nice momentum towards upside, especially on this month here. We had a very nice strong bullish candle, and for the last couple of months we put the indecision candles up here, as we can see, spinning top, US hammer, doji, and all that. And for this month, the price went all the way down to here. We can see the price managed to take out all these spikes. However, the price came down here, but it managed to push all the way up to this level, which is around 11200. So roughly about, we are talking about in a pips terms, roughly about 300 pips, which is a pretty decent, 250 to 300 pips, which is a decent pull. So I do think the way I look at it, that it might have enough strength to potential to push higher. I know it doesn't look as much on the monthly time frames, but let's go to the weekly time frames and we're gonna have a bit clearer picture. So far on the weekly time frames, it does looking pretty good for this this week. We put this nice strong bullish candle, so it does looking good. We are at the this resistance level up here, but I do think that the price will manage to push higher. For the potential targets, where I'm targeting is at around 11400, and the reason why we do have these highs up here, so it's a lot of price action going on at 11400. So we got this one, these highs, as well as a lot of price action going on in here, so that will be a good place to target. So it's a strong resistance, and we're gonna use that one as our target. So that's about 200 pips we're talking about, but we need to manage to get a good entry. I'm hoping that the price will have a reaction on this resistance where the price is currently sitting at the moment. So I'm hoping a bit of a reaction, and then after that, if the price starts retracing down to around this level, that will be our entry. So let's go to the daily time frame, and that's how we're going to figure out our entry. On the daily time frame, the price is looking pretty good, so the momentum is towards upside. So our entry, for the potential entry, would be that if the price has to come down around 11180, so around 11180 zone, we are looking for that one, because again, we do have a decent lows down here. So that's if the price will gravitate towards that one, then we're going to take the entry in there. So 11180, and we are looking for the stop loss will be around 30 pips. So 30 pip stop loss. I know it's a bit tight for the swing trades, but if the price will come down all the way down here, so our potential stop loss is going to be at this level, and if the price manages to come down here and stop us out, then I need to reanalyze and see any other next potential for the opportunity. So 30 pip stop loss, and we are looking for around 200. It's 220 pip gain on that one, because we're targeting 11400, so roughly about just over 200 pips. So risk was gonna be very good. So if this trade will work out, that's pretty amazing. So that's what I'm looking at the moment. So far it's good. The only difference will be if it's gonna leave a big gap. I don't think it will happen that on a market opening it will have a big gap. Other than that, we are fine. So I might be discussing this one on my live Forex analysis on Monday 8 AM UK time, so you might join us as well. And if I see that it's happening at that time, then you might see me just taking the trade on live. Okay, now let's move to the US dollar Canada side, your monthly time frame. So this one is a bit more trickier than the previous currency, and then I will explain why. So we can see on a monthly time frame that the price is looking pretty strong. The momentum is towards upside, and in here it managed to push all the way up to here. That was where the coronavirus news spiraled, but it failed to take out this spike high in here. If you follow my analysis, then you know that my very first original analysis where that the price will potentially to push up to this level and takes out this high. So by looking at the monthly time frame, my view is still stands the same. Now we are seeing that the price came down and tested this support level. So it tested this support level down here, and you can say that it's just a retracement until the price will push and starts go higher. However, there is a contradicting. If we go to the weekly time frame, we can see in here that the price is sort of trying building up the momentum towards the downside, and by looking at this weekly candle as well, it does looking pretty strong towards the downside. So this is more like a bit of a waiting game in here. What the price gonna do? If it starts pushing it lower and continuing to go down, then I'm gonna move towards the sell side. However, if I see that the price is turning around and pushing higher, and we're gonna find out that most likely on the next week, then my view is gonna be towards to the original view, which is the price will push all the way up and takes out that spike, so the spike high in here. And yeah, this is just a bit of a waiting game. We're gonna see. It's probably going to happen maybe end of the next week. The reason why we also have a significant news out on next Friday. It's a non-farm payrolls day, so that will have an impact on the US dollar and also the Canadian dollar side. We do have both news out, so pretty significant news, and my price might wait for that significant news to out before it decides where it might be heading. So this is on a waiting game. Let's go to the daily time frame. Yeah, on the daily time frame, we had this nice daily candle. However, we're seeing this indecision candles in here. So my original view might be right, but we do want to wait a bit longer and see where the price is heading, because it can go either directions at the moment, because monthly is more suggesting towards upside, and however when we drill down to the short time frames like weekly and daily time frames, it's looking towards the downside. So we need to wait and see where the price is gonna be heading. So right guys, before you click away, make sure to smash that like. It really means a lot to me and it supports my channel immensely, and especially if you like this video, make sure to smash the like. Also, if you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe. I upload regular content on YouTube. Also join our live Forex analysis, which runs Monday to Friday, 8 AM UK time. It runs 1.5 hours each sessions, where you can interact with me on live as well as with the other members in the chat box, and also you can ask questions and request any other currency analysis. Have a great weekend, and I will see you guys in my next video.